You could find my old duster and my goggles and gauntlets that I used to wear when we drove that Maxwell years ago.
James, and this car isn't that old.
Well, when I drive that black and white striped monster down the street, I intend to be well disguised.
Do you want me to wait until you backhand his car to the garage before I get in, James?
No. Get in now. Better get this thing started. I don't want to take unnecessary chances stopping it.
Oh, gracious, it's hard to realize that this car was once an automobile, isn't it?
It certainly is. Here, I'll open the door for you. It seems to be stuck.
Well, I think Andy usually yells over the top and leaps in.
Emily, please have a little respect for old age.
Oh, James, you're not so old.
I'm speaking of the car.
Oh.
Only one thing I do, I guess. Use a little persuasion here, so you better stand back, Mother. Now, stand back. Well, I did it. Success.
You know, the door is still shut. That was the hood that flew open.
Yeah, I know.
We better hurry. We're going to be late getting to the station.
Yes, we'll just use this little stepladder here and climb over. Here, take my hand. Well, here you go. Over the top.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'm all settled.
Oh, Emily, where are you? Can't even see you.
I'm sitting down on the floorboard. There doesn't seem to be any seat.
Well, here I come. Well, there we are. Oh, where's the steering wheel?
It's right there, dear, up above your head.
Oh, good, Emily. Well, hang on, Emily, hang on. We may go ahead, we may go back. If I pull the wrong gadget, we might go straight up.
Why are you blowing the horn? There's nobody in our way.
Well, this may surprise you, my dear, but I'm stepping on the starter. How on earth do you start this contraption?
Andy drives his car every day, and he never has a bit of trouble. Come on, start the car.
Start it. All right. How would you suggest I start it?
Well, why don't you just turn every knob and just see what happens?
All right. Now, hang on. Windshield wiper. Throttle. Heater. Headlights. Headlights. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Well, here we go. We're actually going. I never thought I'd see this.
James, we've only got 15 minutes to get to the station. Don't kill the motor.
Kill it? Emily, if all the things Andrew has done to that motor hasn't killed it, he's just not ready to die.
Oh, look. There's Mrs. Foley walking down the street.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Emily, don't wave. Don't wave. You think we've gone crazy.
Oh, I guess you're right, dear.
Slide down the seat as far as you can until we pass her.
My knees are already higher than my head.
Well, just a second now, and we'll pass her. It's going to stop right beside her. Keep down, Emily.
Well, Judge Hardy and Mrs. Hardy.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Foley. Lovely day, isn't it?
Yes. Hello, Mrs. Foley. We didn't see you.
Well, I should think not. Curled up on the floorboards like that.
Well, it's warmer down here.
It keeps the wind out of your eyes.
Judge Hardy, it seems to me I read quite an article by you in the paper this morning about people driving dangerous hot rods on the streets.
Well, you see, this is an emergency, Miss Foley. This is an emergency. Emily, what was it I did to start the car?
I think you blew the horn.
You asked the young people of Carvel to please keep their hot rods off the streets, but I must say, Judge Hardy, you are certainly not lighting the way for others.
The headlights. That's it. Thank you, Mrs. Foley. Thank you. You have lighted the way for us.
Hello, Joe. Is Mr. Mason around?
Huh?
Oh, hiya, Hardy. No, the boss is gone for the rest of the day.
I've got a little problem. Maybe you can help me.
I don't loan no dough to nobody.
That's not it. You see, Mr. Mason bought my car for $25 this morning.
Yeah, I went out and picked the heap up.
Well, I'd like to have it back.
Huh?
It just happens I'm going to win that big race with it tonight. Do you suppose you could let me have it, huh?
How much you want to pay?
Well, that's just the hitch. You see, I can't pay anything. But if I could just take the car out for the race, I can win enough money to pay back Mr. Mason.
I ain't got no authority to let no cars out, especially for no dough.
Joe, you know what I think?
Huh?
You ain't got no heart, and you ain't going to get no good conduct medal at your next scout meeting. Goodbye! Hi, Mom. Dad, nice day, isn't it?
Oh, goodness, you sound low, dear. What's wrong?
Everything. Everything's gone wrong.
Andrew, before we listen to your problems, I'd like to ask you a question about my car.
Car? That's my whole problem. I've been up to my ears in cars all day.
That's what I want to ask you. Why'd you get up to your ears in my car without my permission?
Your car? Your car, Dad? I haven't had your car today.
I parked it in the driveway this morning, and a few hours later it was gone.
In the driveway? Oh, my gosh.
Andrew, I have a feeling you do know something about this.
I may as well confess everything. I entered myself in that big jalopy race tonight.
Jalopy
and
race?
I know, Dad. I know. I shouldn't have tried to put anything over on you. I know how you disapprove of those races.
Disapprove of them? I don't disapprove of the races. They're a fine thing.
Huh?
As a matter of fact, it's an excellent idea to hold those races. Keeps the young fellas off the street at night. Lets them work their energy out on a racetrack under strict supervision.
Oh, my gosh, how droopy can I get? I should have told you in the first place. It's just that I thought you'd be so proud of me if I won first place tonight, and I was going to surprise you.
Well, dear, you could surprise us now if you told us where your father's car is.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, I needed $25 for the entrance fee, see, in the race, so I sold it to Mr. Mason for $25 and told him to pick my car up and hold it. Obviously, they took your car. It was out in the driveway, see.
You sold my car for $25?
I better go right down there and get it back for you, huh? Oh, wait a minute. If they pick your car up, then mine must still be here. I can race it tonight and pay Mr. Mason later on out of my winnings.
Yes, but what about my car?
Dad, would you mind awfully much leaving your car at Mason's lot for security, huh? Just for tonight?
Oh, I think that's the least we can do, Jane.
No, maybe.
Well, thanks, Dad. Thanks. Everything's great now. The minute I start to operate open and above board with you, all my difficulties vanish. Now tell me, where's my car?
Well,
Where?
I'm afraid that part of that has vanished, too.
What do you mean?
I really wouldn't advise you to race your car tonight.
But why not?
Well, your car, when last seen, was sitting high up on a hydraulic jack down in Gordon's garage.
Gordon's garage? What happened to it?
Well, Andrew, that car of yours was really destined for the garage. I never saw so many things fall off one car.
But I left it home. Don't tell me it just suddenly collapsed from old age.
James, I think you better tell him.
Yeah? Well, son, your mother wanted me to drive her down to the train station this afternoon.
Oh, yes, but you did all the driving, James.
Huh? I know. I'll assume full responsibility, Emily. Well, a lamppost came at us very fast. It was really on the wrong side of the street.
You hit a lamppost with it?
Yeah.
Well, what happened to the car, Dad? Tell me.
Well, both front fenders came off.
Yeah?
The hood's broken off.
Yeah?
Headlights are missing.
Headlights with it? Why, that's great.
It's great.
Why, sure. You saved me a lot of trouble. I would just have to strip all those things off anyway.
Well, James, you're a racing driver and didn't know it.
Andrew, do you mean to tell me that you take all those things off your car before you race it?
Yeah, it cuts down the wind resistance. Why, I'll even take the doors and the windshield off.
No, you won't have to. They came off, too. Just tell me one thing, son.
Yeah, what's that?
Which do you enter in the race? The part you take off or the part that's left over?
In a moment, the Hardy family will return. Now, here again is the Hardy family.
Oh, gee, Andy, I don't know when I've been so excited. You were one of the leaders in the race all the way.
I told you I'm the type who likes to live dangerously.
But couldn't you have pushed down on the gas just a little more at the last?
I don't like to live that dangerously.
Andrew, I'll have to admit I misjudged your car. I never thought it would hold together that long.
Why, some of the cars didn't even leave the starting line. Oh, I think it's wonderful that you were able to come in fourth.
Yeah, it's quite an honor. Cars were dropping off like flies all along the course. It's a good thing there were only 4 left at the finish line. I might have come in 5th.
I think it's a good thing the race wasn't a mile longer.
Why, Dad?
There might not even have been a winner.
The Hardy Family, starring Louis Doan, Mickey Rooney, and Fay Holden, is presented by arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of Malaya, starring Spencer Tracy, James Stewart, Valentina Cortesa, Sidney Greenstreet, and John Hodiak. The Hardy Family is written by Jack Rubin and Jameson Brewer, based on characters created by Arania Ruberall. Direction is by Thomas A. McAviney. Original music was composed and conducted by Jerry Fielding. Jack McCoy speaking.